Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the longer readings for October 1st through the 16th for my Aquariuses. Hello, my Aquariuses. How are you? I hope you're doing great. Well, I'm doing the longer reading, so I use 3 decks. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. That gives me kind of that main message. Then I go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. It kind of fills in gaps. And then I finish with my Osha Zen Tarot, which I kind of look at those as advice cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused each deck with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. So let's get started on this. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a kind of a small little extra video about just what's going on in October with such the moon and all that. So just be aware of that. Okay, so let's go on for my Aquarians. What's going on? Oh, we'll put that face down. It was actually reversed, so I'm going to reverse it. I didn't get a look at it. I can tell you it was an earth sign, but I can't tell you what it was. It was green. Okay, we're going to cut. And 3 cards. Well, I'm sorry, 2 more cards. Okay, all 3 are reversed, so this is a strong message. That's how I read them. Let's see what we have here. First card is the Queen of Earth. Okay, this is a really interesting card for me because to me the Queen of Earth is about gifting, and it's about it's about giving you the things you need to live in this world. Okay. Now, Earth energy is our Taurus, our Capricorn, our Virgo. It's very solid energy. It could be a new job. It could be money, which is you could get through a job. It could be gifts of money, but it's basically a very kind and giving type of energy, okay? Now, this says thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. But it's more it's more that I feel that this is a very giving type of energy to you. It's like, no, I've seen you suffering, and maybe I'm not going to give you per se everything, that you've asked, but I can give you this, okay? It kind of takes you into a zone of comfort. Now, that could mean that your job is changing. That could mean that you're going to get maybe an inheritance even. Or, that there's money coming in somehow. I do tend to go towards money because that does make things feel a little bit more secure to people. It could be even a new home, a new sense of belonging, okay? It's a very comforting type of energy. Okay, next card, the 7 of Air. Now, Air is your sign, or your energy, my Aquarians. It's also our Libra. It's also our Gemini. And this is... this is that Wi-Fi energy. This is that download energy. And this is kind of like, I've been very, very proud of you because you've been making your plans and you've been really pulling things together. And now this is kind of saying, yeah, this is, with this and this, it's recognizing that you have been putting in a plan. You have been pulling things together. You've been out of that door. Remember, I used to say that you were holding on to the door frame, but now it's actually you're out of that door now. Now, the thing is, with this card, it does talk about now that your plan may need a little tweaking. Not a total change, but I'm feeling more of a tweak, okay? So this says plans that meet revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. Do I really feel that the timing is poor? No, you may feel it. You may feel like, oh my gosh, I am moving now and this job came up that I'm perfect for, okay? Well, then you just tweak, okay? You just take it and say, okay, well then maybe I'm moving from where I'm at, but I could also be moving in my job too, okay? So it's like the situation doesn't necessarily fit with what you yourself were thinking of as your plan, but it's not going to really throw you. Well, I mean, it might throw you a little bit, but it's not going to stop you from getting what the earth is trying to give back to you. Okay, next card is, again reversed, the World. The World, Archangel Michael. Now, Archangel energy, major arcana, this is basically, he is the protector, he is the defender, he is the warrior, he has been going to bat. And so even though you have this little bit of this tweaking, between the Queen of Earth and between Michael, it's like, hey, it's all going to be good for you. You yourself, and my Aquarians, you can't help but think, you can't help it, and you do tend to take yourself down certain rabbit trails with it, but it's not going to be as harsh as you've done in the past. It's basically saying, hey, I got you. So October, at least the beginning of October, and you know that this usually goes longer, October looks like it's a time of bounty. It's a time of bounty for my Aquarians, and I think it's about time. Okay, we've been heading that way. We've been heading that way since your Aquarian full moon in August. It's been heading that way, and now it's like, whoa, now's the time. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So with that path towards enlightenment too, I do feel like, and I don't know, I do feel like you yourself may be going into kind of a spiritual pathway. It's almost like you're seeing, and this is always interesting, and it's not necessarily, I'm not going to say unpleasant per se, but it's not necessarily, it's like a realization comes, and you kind of see how all the stuff that you've gone through has brought you to this moment. And it's like clarity all of a sudden just kind of like sets in. But I'm staying, I'm going to stay with these two cards basically saying that, there's going to be bounty given to you. The angels are saying it's a joy, joy, a job well done, but you can actually joy, contentment, and of course, gratitude. Now let's go see if we can get some clarification with my John Holland. Can you clarify more? Okay, cards want to come out? Sure. That one? Okay, one card. So let's go ahead. Let's go one more time for my Aquarians. My Aquarians, come on. Let's go ahead and cut. Oh, that was interesting. They didn't want to cut necessarily where my fingers went. So, okay. We have 3 cards face down. Let's see what this first card says. Reversed card. Intuition. This is you really connecting. Now this, to me, it's almost, these 2 cards, these 3 cards really are connected in a bigger way. That Queen of Earth giving back to you, Archangel Michael, saying, okay, good, job well done. But this is about, you connecting with that. Like I said, it's that moment where you realize it's like clarity sets in, and you understand why your path was the way it was. Now, does that mean that you all like your path or that you like where you're at? No, it doesn't have to mean that, but it's like, wow, it all led up to this time. Okay, let's see what the next card is. Deception and envy. Now, it's interesting that that's on the air sign, the mindset. Is this something that, there's people around you that don't necessarily want you to succeed? Is it that you yourself kind of look around and say, well, while I'm having these wonderful gifts, I'd like a little bit more? We have to watch out for that ourselves. It's kind of like, like if you have all the numbers but one for the lottery and you win a lot of money, but it's not, you're like, why didn't I have that one? Instead of saying, well, I'm grateful that I won the money that I did win, if that, makes sense. So we always have to have that. We have to watch that in ourselves. But is this also the people around us? Be aware, because believe it or not, there are people that don't like people to succeed. And I don't mean, success is always something that I've said, what is success to you? So sometimes success is having a big house and a lot of money. Sometimes success is, I just want to be happy with my life. I want to be able to do certain things in my life. So what is success to you? Okay? be aware that that's always, but this is always that negative energy that's around us. I mean, this is this is always somewhere around us. And if we open ourselves up to it, it can creep in. Okay, next card. New beginning. You know how much I love this woman. You know how much, and I have, somebody sent me a poster, which I will get framed, one of my, that of this, I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. Now, this could be whether you be male or female, but this person is starting on her new beginning. This is new horizons starting for her. She's walking, she's got the world. She's got the world under her feet. Okay, do you see? I mean, this is really, really powerful stuff here. She is walking on the world. And, and she's not prepared. I mean, to me, she's not prepared. She's got a skirt on. She's got sandals as she's going to go take her work. But she does have her purse. And I'm not going to mention about her that she needs a new bra. But, I did. So, I mean, but she's got determination. And, to me, this is like awesome for you, my Aquarians. This is awesome because, like I said, she's walking on the world. And this lands on the world, okay? So there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff coming to you. And, what is it that you really have been looking for? What is it that you've been wanting? A lot of that, clarify that. Go out, I'm always saying, just go out there and put it out there. Use that connection. Watch out for the negative thoughts of yourself or of other people, too. Okay. So let's go on for any words of advice for my Aquarians. Okay, a couple cards came out. Put those there. Let's go one more time. Okay, I'm trying not to look at these. I'm trying not to look at them. But, okay, let's see what they are. The one card, the first card, this is the third card that came out, but it did pop up so I could see it. And this is sorrow, okay? This is, so it's like, oh, Deb, is something bad? No. This person is feeling sorry for himself. He is having a pity party. He's having a pity party and he didn't, and nobody, he didn't invite anyone else to it. He is just kind of feeling sorry for himself and he's not necessarily feeling the gratitude that, the gratitude that's around him. So, like I said, using the one example, maybe you are all set to move and then this wonderful job comes up and you're, like, oh, what do I do? It's like angst. It's like, oh, woe is me. Well, no, now you have a job. Now you have some choices. You can either look at, revisit that job and maybe revisit whether you're going to move or maybe you continue with your move. But it's kind of like feeling like wringing my hands and going, oh, what am I going to do? And that kind of goes along with these two cards. Okay, you didn't say these two cards. It kind of goes along with these two cards, the Seven of Air and that Deception of Envy. So I'm going to put that right on top of that. Let's see, the next card is Silence. Now, we have, this is meditation. This is you connecting. Now, because I moved this over, this falls now on our intuition, our Queen of Earth. But this here we have our beautiful moon. We have the connection with that. And I'm sure that I'm sorry, I don't have the date, but I think that the next moon, it is going to be in this time period. And who's that by? Who is that? I'll have to look that up. I'm sorry. But so during this time period, make sure whenever that full moon is, it's probably going to be, we had it, the 13th, 14th. And so it's probably going to be about the 12th or 13th of October. So make sure that you make some connections with that time. Make sure you do your meditation. Remember, from the full moon to the new moon is when you give away, okay? The new moon to the full moon is when you start, bringing to you, okay? And then the full moon is, of course, when you release, relinquish, and request. So this is really about you connecting with that extra sensory type of energy, that supernatural energy. Now, next card is the last card is the Miser. Ooh, interesting, interesting. So here it is. Things are being given to you. Maybe that new job, maybe that new house, maybe that new adventure. And, it's like, it's like, do I do it? Do I do it? Do I dare? Do I dare? So remember, these are more advice cards. So this is watching you. This is being, okay. Yes, everybody needs to watch their pennies. Everybody needs to. Whether you have a ton of them or you only have a few. We all have to watch our pennies, but we have to watch them smartly, okay? So this is kind of like, here we have, the world, we have this new beginning, and we have you just kind of like not sharing, it's not you per se doing this. It's just to say for you to watch out for that tendency, okay? Watch out for that tendency. And, and that might be that, why this one came out as, the sorrow is that kind of that pity party. It might be that, even though you're being given it, you're kind of like, oh, I wish I had more. Well, we all wish we had more. So it's basically saying to watch out for that type of mindset, okay? Because in reality, your cards, the Queen of Earth, the world, new beginnings, new stuff is happening, new intuition, silence, so you're only really watch out is your mind cards, the cards about your energy, which is your energy, the air about, plans needing revision, deception and envy, the miser, sorrow. Those are more self-thought. Those are more self-thought energies than what the world is trying to give you. So yeah, so a lot of times over, we are fighting, the universe wants to give us stuff, and we tend to kind of say, oh, but, do we trust it? Do we not trust it? I've had that. I have that, and I'll have it again. It's like, okay, sure. Is this too good to be true? I'm a little bit worried that this could be too good to be true. So, but that's us. That's us. And then that means that we'll have another lesson. But I don't want that. I want you to see the wonderful things that are being given and offered to you now. So, my Aquariuses, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.